yeah, they make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They go play action with Hurts. And caught by Henry. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough. For a Charger first down.
First down, Charger.
Here we go. Set. Kennedy Ryan. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hey, check what's going on. Check what's going on. Let's go tight end up to running now. Hey, check what's going on. Check what's going on. I said tone. Grab him 60. Hey, check what's going on.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Being chased out left. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's Chase McLaughlin now for the Charger field goal. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
45.
Watson. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Jackson, the man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Hurts. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
19 Charger.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 22, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 9 yards that time. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here's Chase McLaughlin now for the Charger field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Here's a diving catch right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 6-0 our score after 1. On 1st and 10, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. The Browns sit 8-4 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That's out quickly to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Cooper will come in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
On 2nd and very short, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson dancing to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st down, Hurts rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fielded just inside the 20. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Now Chubb running right. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. They go up. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 70. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Cooper, the man in motion right. On 2nd and 7, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. From his goal line here, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run with Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll try again with Chubb, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. And now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening.
And this is caught by Watkins for a Charger touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
In motion right comes Jackson. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Watson. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Jackson, the man in motion right. On first down, it's Watson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
From the 41, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess?
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but and now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Flushed out right. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Watson on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he coughed it up. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and